What's up everyone, this is Super Marcel and welcome back to Jurassic World Evolution 2. In the last episode, we have got a little bit of things here and there really. The main thing to get forward though is that we have gotten ourselves the Suchomimus. We've gotten ourselves the Suchomimus and have pretty much completed the Danger Safari. So, you know, the safari was supposed to start with the Atrociraptors, but I guess the Atrociraptors are last. So you start off slightly in the Atrociraptors, then you go in Suchomimus if you're lucky, and then you take a good loop around, see some Dimetrodons, and then once again you're back in the Suchomimus enclosure, and then you have one big final large loop, probably arguably the most dangerous part of the safari, the Atrociraptors. It's funny though, so far the dinosaurs that I've seemed to recognize the most that attack the cars are the Atrociraptors. The Dimetrodons sometimes attacks the cars, but you know they don't do enough damage to actually destroy them, so they're fine. They're not that dangerous. And the Suchomimus are actually surprisingly chill. They almost like never attack the car. They're just like, you know, whatever. I'll just stand here and just eat my fish and do whatever, right? But the moment you get into the Atrociraptor enclosure, that's the danger zone. That's when things go wrong. it's just funny. But I guess I get it, you know. I guess they're raptors and stuff, and because they're in Dominion, they're like the super aggressive raptors or whatever. But yeah, so what we're planning today, obviously we're planning to get to 5 stars. And what I'm thinking is, what the main goal I want to do is get Acrocanthosaurus, but that's probably not going to happen anytime soon. So what I am going to do instead is that I am going to expand this enclosure. Now, we did originally have iguanodons here, but they all appear to have died out, and I don't have the DNA to make another one, so we're just gonna have to hope that we get iguanodon again. But yeah, we're going to expand the enclosure, make it much more bigger. Might consider making it a safari. It might be a good idea. Yeah. Let me see. Do I have iguanodon? No. We got Gigantspinosaurus. Might get that, have that dinosaur have a comeback. Oh, never mind, it's $1,002,000. What I want to do is, here we go, mystery herbivores. I want to have a play around with these. Oh, perfect! Archaeornithomimus. This was also the other dinosaur I was thinking of getting. And they're also like fairly affordable actually. They're below the millions. I mean, added up it would go into 900,000, but still I think this is a good investment, yeah. Unknown herbivore. Hopefully it's not a dinosaur that I get in the future. I don't know. If it is a dinosaur that I get into the future, then I'll probably play the clip of when I get that dinosaur in the future. And I talk about... Well, by future, I mean pre-recording. So... I guess Archaeornithomimus is the safe bet, because I know for a fact that we have not gotten Archaeornithomimus in either game, actually. We have not gotten Archaeornithomimus in the original, in the first game or this game. So yeah, but first I'm going to increase this enclosure, right? Make it big, and possibly deal with any inconveniences. Yeah. Now another thing, while I'm doing this, I feel like I'm going to have to address the elephant in the room, okay? So, a new DLC has just been released. Well, not released, announced, right? I don't know, maybe by the time that, you see this recording, maybe it is released, who knows, right? But, it's interesting, right? It's the aquatic... What was it? The aquatic animals update, which looks it looks fun. It looks cool, right? They're bringing in a variety of interesting animals, and new attractions. You know, we got Norphosaurus, a Triassic marine reptile that may have been the early relative of Plesiosaurus. You got Shonisaurus, one of the largest ichthyosaurs to ever existed. These were like massive whale-sized marine dolphin-looking things, right? I guess I gotta deal with that now. And then you got Dunkleosteus. That one's cool and interesting because Dunkleosteus isn't a reptile. It's a fish. It's a giant, massive fish. It didn't even exist with the dinosaurs. It existed before the dinosaurs. This big armored fish that lived during the Devonian period, so way before the dinosaurs. It's funny though, because like into the lead up to that DLC announcement, people were going like, "Oh, Megalodon! It's gonna be Megalodon!" Because they posted a Twitter video that displayed some kind of creature in the far back, right? And I won't lie, I watched it, and yeah, it does look vaguely similar to Megalodon. So people were just for that. Oh, Megalodon's coming to the new update, and then they announced the bloody update. It turns out no, there is no Megalodon, but we got Dunkleosteus though. And you know what? I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. I honestly would rather Dunkleosteus than Megalodon. Because Dunkleosteus is much more unique of an animal, right? It's a giant armored fish. It's that also preyed on other armored fish, smaller armored fish, right? So then, and compare that to Megalodon. As iconic as Megalodon is, let's be honest, Megalodon is literally just a giant whale-sized great white shark. It's no different than just having the great white shark that is dangling on the feeder, right? And I probably angered like a bunch of Megalodon fans, but it's true, right? Like, of course, there is the off chance that maybe it wasn't just a simple great white shark, you know, because after all we have of Megalodon remains are just the teeth and maybe the jaws, right? By jaws, I really mean like the lips. We don't quite really have the jaws, because the thing with sharks is that they have keratin, not keratin. What's the thingy? Chitin? No. What's the bones only for the bones that fish have? I forgot what they're called. I'm sure editing me was, you probably see the answer right now or something, right? But so yeah, we don't really know much about what Megalodon looks like. So for all we know, it probably looks way more funky. But I don't know. I guess the only way you would really need to see what Megalodon really looks like is if we were to have a trace fossil of Megalodon. Well, this is like a giant whale-sized shark that we're talking about. There is absolute slim chances that we will ever get something like that. But with Dunkleosteus, we absolutely know what Dunkleosteus looks like, because Dunkleosteus, yeah, it's also a fish, but Dunkleosteus is a more armored, bony fish, right? We actually have the plates of what it looks like, so therefore we know what Dunkleosteus is like. And yeah, I just find it more of an interesting animal, you know, because you don't really typically see giant armored fish that eat other armored fish swimming around, do you? While Megalodon's just oversized great white shark. But there's and finally the last animal that I need to talk about, Archelon. I'm sure that when the day comes, because obviously I'm going to get the DLC, right? And someday, not immediately, but maybe someday, I'll get those animals in a future video. I'll definitely be talking about them, right? But yeah, Archelon's in the game. Archelon's basically a giant sea turtle. Fun fact, the only living relatives that we have of Archelon today is the liverback sea turtles. They are related to Archelons, and there's a good chance that Archelon maybe might have been similar to liverback sea turtles, but like much more massive. And I think maybe the beak was sharper as well. I don't know. It's interesting. Swallowed object? What did you swallow? Alright, well I guess we need to take you to the... We need to take you to the vet then. Yeah. But no, it's not... But the extra cool thing about this DLC is more than just look at these cool new animals, right? They're doing much more than that. They're actually bringing in new attractions and stuff. So like, we now have an underwater viewing gallery. So when I say that, I mean like, so it's like the tunnel system that I unfortunately can't use an example for at the moment, right? But to give you a picture, let's say I put one building here, and then you put like the viewing gallery anywhere in the middle of the aquarium. This is good. I like that. That's an attraction that was definitely needed. You know, because obviously viewing galleries, yeah, sure they're cool here, but can't really see them unless you're like here. And even then, it would mean that they would need to be like close to the wall, so you don't always see the marine reptile. But then the other thing they're adding is that they're adding in rocks. And this part is extra interesting, right? So the rocks act as a surface thing, right? So that anyone who is up on the surface area of the underwater, the lagoon viewing stands, right? They can see them just be on the surface, just chilling, right? And so this is going to apply to the Archelon and the Nophosauruses. So they would just be able to simply crawl themselves up onto this little rocky area and just relax. And then the people on the surface can go like, oh, cool, look, it's resting. And then they go down and like, oh, now it's swimming. You know. And this gives off some really interesting ideas, right? Because what... I gotta figure out something to do while I'm talking about this, because I'm just sitting here doing nothing. I'll talk about I'll make you look at the Leopleurodon, because it's appropriate, right? But with the addition of the rock and the semi-aquaticness of the Archelon and Nophosaurus, this now gives in new interesting opportunities for marine reptiles. We can now add in like reptiles that are yeah, same thing, semi-aquatic, right? You could probably consider now getting Deinosuchus or Sarcosuchus. Sarcosuchus, you know, is a very infamous marine reptile. Maybe even phytosaurs, you know, they're like some sort of strange crocodile that lived during the Triassic period. Henotus? Would Henotus count? I guess Henotus should be considered, yeah, because we got Compies and Moros. It's not the first time we've added small animals, so I guess Henotus would be good as well, yeah. Another turtle. Oh, what's a good semi-aquatic animal? I don't know. I guess we'll see. But yeah, but I'm assuming that there's also going to be more stuff in this update. I have heard rumors that they're going to add in interactions for marine reptiles, and if that's going to be a thing, then that is awesome, because that is absolutely what the game needs right now. And I'm glad that they're focusing more on the aquarium stuff, because honestly, the aquarium stuff is cool, but they're kind of just there. So the fact that they actually are working on the marine reptiles and making them worthwhile is good. It's a step in the right direction. Okay. I'm gonna play with the safe bet first. Oh, I don't know. Is it a safe bet? Because I think there might be the off chance. Oh, actually, 97 out of 100. Nah, yeah, no. These guys are good. Surely. It's trusted. Alright. Let's get the Archaea Ornithomimus first, right? So that I can actually talk about them. And, you know, for credit that we now have this dinosaur. Alright, so here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Without further ado, here is the Archaea Ornithomimus.
And they said you could never buy happiness. Come on, you just bought a dinosaur. That's wild. Like, literally.
Thanks, Isaac! Archaea Ornithomimus. Now, I could say this is the last Ornithomimid in the game. But technically it's not. Because there's one more Ornithomimid dinosaur that we have left to get. And you'd actually be surprised on what it actually is. Because it is a bit of a weird one. Yeah. Alright, ground fruits. Okay. Now, Archaea Ornithomimus. This is an interesting dinosaur. So, when people first discovered this dinosaur, people thought that Archaea Ornithomimus was a dinosaur that was essentially the first Ornithomimus, or at least a dinosaur before the Ornithomimid families, right? A basal Ornithomimid. But then a couple interesting things popped up. Lonely? Well, it's not my fault. This is what you gave me. What? What do you want from me? So, but it turned out that supposedly Archaea Ornithomimus actually did live with Gallimimus and Ornithomimus and stuff, and it wasn't that quite ancient. In fact, what was it? I believe the name Archaea Ornithomimus is the name Archaea Ornithomimus means ancient bird mimic, you know, because Ornithomimus is bird mimic. Ornitho, bird, mimus, mimic, yeah. And Archaea, ancient. So obviously, fast forward to the future, we now know Archaea Ornithomimus isn't a basal Ornithomimus dinosaur, and that there were indeed older ones. Let me see if I can find the actual older Ornithomimus. Because, like... So yeah, no, Archaea Ornithomimus was not... Whoa, that frame rate. What is going on? That fixed it. What, you think that just because you went to the vet, suddenly you're a tough dog? I guess that does make you tough dog. I'm backing down. Okay, so it seems that there was a dinosaur called Shenzhousaurus. That is the real, so far, basal Ornithomimid dinosaur. A dinosaur that existed like, well, 127 million years, while Archaea Ornithomimus was 90-ish. Maybe more. No, less. I don't know. So yeah, it's not quite as ancient. Another thing I want to point out for Archaea Ornithomimus, if you give me a moment of putting these viewing galleries up. Woo! I have got to get rid of that hill. So another thing I want to point out for Archaea Ornithomimus, if we can get a good look at it, because I remember seeing this in the model. Yeah, there we go. If you look at the dinosaur, they seem to have, I don't know if that is like actual teeth or built-in teeth. Now this is interesting to talk about for two things, right? I don't remember what the term is called. I'm sure editing me will put it up any moment now and like give you what the term is for these type of teeths that I did learned about like a year ago, right? But essentially it seems that the teeth are like built into the beak. Now Archaeopteryx did not have these built-in teeth in their beak. I don't think any Ornithomimys dinosaur has teeth built into the beak. But it's interesting though. This is a thing that you do commonly see in reptiles actually. How the teeth are not there, because usually when the teeth are like their own separate things that are like built, like rooted into the gums of your mouth and stuff, right? But there are reptiles out there that have like their teeth are like merged with their skull, like the teeth are a part of their skull. And that's interesting and cool. But it's not a thing that you would see in Archaeopteryx, you know. But with that being said, since we got omnivores in this game, it might be interesting if this game, you know, retweaks the Ornithomimids. I mean, it's controversial, you know, what the diet of Archaeopteryx or Ornithomimids in general, right? The most common fear is that common belief is that they are herbivorous, but there is the off chance that they might have been omnivorous, you know, eating on but don't get me wrong, when I say omnivorous I don't mean like straight up meat, you know. There's probably the off chance that they probably also ate stuff like you know, bugs or maybe even small little lizards. I've seen some sources say they would eat mammals, but that's a bit of a stretch, because sure, mammals are small, but they would need like much more formidable weaponry to take down something like a little rat, you know. Because at least with a lizard or bug, they're still small enough that if you just simply just grabbed them, like with your thumb and finger, you would probably like break their back, right? So and that's all a dinosaur like this would need. It's just a snappy beak, right? Well, with a mammal, you can't really just do that. If you like picture a rat, literally picture like a rat on your desk right now, or in your lap, or next to you, or wherever you are watching this video, right? And like actually picture like trying to grab it. Now, you picture this animal with its beak, right? Do you really think it would have the power to break the bones or kill it, this small little mammal? I don't think so. Alright, let's have a little fun. Unknown herbivores. Let's figure out what it is. Why not? Hopefully not something that I get in my pre-recordings. We got Allura Titan! Actually, you know what? I think this is fair game, actually, because we got an Allura Titan in the first game. So it's not a complete disaster.
Asset transported.
Oh, actually, now that I think about it. What do you eat? You don't like Pheroxenosaurs. You actually like Ornithomimids. Oh, phew. What about Iguanodonts? You're indifferent. Okay. So I can probably get Iguanodon later on down the line and you'll be chill. Okay. Died of odor. From here, it kind of looks like the Atrociraptor just died by just having a head-on collision.
In comfort, style, and safety.
It messed with the truck for the last time. Well, I'm kind of tempted to go for this. but I'm willing to bet that it's very much most likely Listersaurus. Oh, stop it. Let's go for it. What do we got? What is it? Dryosaurus. Okay. Have we actually ever gotten Dryosaurus in this? I don't think we have. No. Did we? I don't remember. I don't remember whether or not we got in Dryosaurus in this game, at least. Let's think about it. Did we even get it in the first game? No, we did. We definitely did. No, yeah. Return to Jurassic Park, we had Dryosauruses. But I don't remember if we ever got in Evolution 2. Well, anyways, here we go. Dryosaurus. You know what would be funny? Is if, like, if this is the Danger Safari, then, like, this would be, like, I don't know, what would you call it? The Peaceful Safari. I don't know, it's a name, it's a work in progress name. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll be taking that 600,000. Alright. And I guess I'll check out the contracts later. Oh, $1 million for Chunkingasauruses. That sounds good. Alright. But anyways, so oh yeah. So let's stick it. Where are they? Archaea Ornithomimus. Here we go. Alright. We did some decent progress. I think we got more dinosaurs into this enclosure and we expanded it. That's good, right? Maybe further down the line we might get even more, and we'll probably turn this into a safari. That will probably do something with our star rating. I don't know. I'm gonna see if I can repopulate the dinosaurs in the behind the scenes. If I get 5 stars, I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you, but yeah, alright. But if you guys enjoyed the video, click the like button. If you want to see more, click the subscribe button. And I'm Super Marcel. Make sure you have a super time. Bye bye.